just a second, and he's going to walk us through the detail, how to get into those reports, and what to do as an action item based on information within those reports. So some of the objectives that we have here today is a better understanding of the information on the daily sales report, how to dissect the DSR, how to use the promo report, a better understanding of the intraday report, and also how to provide confidence in conversations with owners using the data contained in these reports. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Ed at this point, run down 7 points, how to paint a picture using all this information, and then he's going to take over his screen and walk through the different reports in detail. Starting now. So Ed, if you want to go ahead and share your screen and begin narrating, we'll go ahead and take it from here.
Okay, so for you guys, we'll send you the recording.
Okay, guys. So you all should be able to see my screen. Everybody good there? Did you all hear me?
Oh, yes, sir, but I don't see the screen.
Yeah, we can hear you, Ed.
I can see the screen, but it's really, really small.
Yep.
Now it's getting a little bigger.
Okay. You give it a second. The daily sales report should pop right up. I don't know how your bandwidth is there. Anybody see my screen still?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see your screen. It's just small, but nothing's popped up on it. Wait, now it's coming up. Now the DSR is coming up.
Okay. All right. Well, while that's popping up, let's go ahead and press on. So a couple of things here, guys. While that's loading up, the daily sales report is, in my opinion, the best report we have available to us on a regular basis that we can really drive our business. And it's a report that we need to understand clearly and have a real good handle on. This report, you want to have it being broadcasted to you every morning at 7 a.m. Just go ahead and set the broadcast up so it comes through your email. It's right there every morning. If you still want to log in and get it, that's fine. You can download it, whatever you want to do there, but at least it's in your email in case there's any issue with smokestack being down or what have you. This report is your morning GPS. It's your morning compass. It directs you where to go and the conversations you need to be having. What you want to do is you want to start out with the down. Well, what you want to do is you want to obviously have it emailed to you. You pull it up in a PDF file. If you want to print it, they'll print real nice and pretty. But I suggest you also download it into an Excel file. In the Excel file, you can manage through it, and you can scroll over and get to things quicker. It's easier to show or share with the owner if you're going through a particular store. What you want to do though is you want to start with your double-digit down stores, and it's sorted automatically to be with the double-digit down worst, and then all the way down to your positive stores at the bottom of the daily sales report. So you want to make sure you start with your double-digit downs. Those are your red flags. Those are the ones where the fires are burning and we need to be working on. We're also going to take a little bit of a look at the catering piece in this report. Check counts, promos, comps, voids, and clears. So pulling up this daily sales report, I want to make sure that everybody's comfortable looking at this report. So we're going to spend just a second going through the report here. And by the way, anytime we get along the way here, don't hesitate to ask a question or stop me or whatever if I get going too fast or too slow or whatever. But the daily sales report has a store number on the left, got the store indicators of comp store, non-comp, the owner's name. It has today's same-store sales commitments. So at a quick glance, if you need same-store sales commitments, right there. You've got yesterday's sales commitment, yesterday's net sales, actual. You've got the percentage difference. Obviously, red is bad. Then the column to the right of there, you got month-to-date same-store sales commitment, month-to-date net sales, and then again, you got your difference month-to-date. And you can see the example I'm showing, the double digits are on top. Scrolling to the right, you've got yesterday's catering commitment. Everybody's got a catering commitment, 15%. yesterday's actual, the month-to-date catering dollars, and the month-to-date catering percentage. So moving along, you got yesterday's delivery commitment, your month-to-date numbers. You've got to right of there yesterday's check commitment, yesterday's check count growth, and then you've got your month-to-date check count growth. Again, red being not good. To the right of this is your month-to-date promo percentage. Our promos should be 2% or better. That means lower. Comps should be 2%. Voids, 1%. Clears, 5%. And then you got your labor and your COGS and then your month-to-date Talk to Dickies, all your complaints, whether it's social media or came through the Talk to Dickies site. So those are the columns. That's the and when you first look at this, it's kind of like the MSR. If you let it be intimidating looking, it can be. But if you break it down into bite sizes, it's very manageable. And you will find as we dive into this that it will paint a picture. It'll give you clues on how to proceed with conversations with your owners. So we're going to go ahead and get out of this, and we're going to go into what the Excel file. Let me know if that screen pops up for you. Are you still out there?
It's up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's up.
No.
Good. So, all right. So, and again, this presentation requires you guys looking at it. So, slide shots just doesn't, just doesn't work in this situation here. But again, so I want to show you what this looks like in Excel file. Now, I've taken out and extrapolated just a few stores here that I want to use for some examples. But just understand, these examples could be found throughout the daily sales report in each and everybody's region. And as the RLLs and DLs know, we've discussed this in some detail here in the last P&L review we'll continue to do on a regular basis. But let's just kind of take an example here. Let's look at this first store here. I've got California 1238 Irvine. Everybody should be on that one. And we're going to scroll to the right. Okay, now what I've done though is you'll notice as I saved it, I did freeze the panes. So that's important. It helps you keep on track and helps you, look at the store number as you're scrolling to the right. If anybody needs help with that, reach out to one of us. We'll be glad to walk you through it. But, so you go to the right, you see your same store sales, you see all that good stuff. The very first column I'm going to really drive into is going to be column G. Column G is going to tell me what they did yesterday. Okay, so this store here was down 23.2%. Now this is actually December's end of month report. So what's important, and to step back just a second, is that you save in your My Documents somewhere your last day of the month's report, because this is the tool you're going to be using for probably the first half of the next month as you're walking through your owners and talking about their history and then looking to see if they're making progress or going backwards. So you want to make sure you've got this saved. This is a good tool to keep handy for you. Okay, so we see that on the last day of the month, they ran down 23.2%. Well, let's go a little bit further. Over there in column J, we see they're running 38.7% down in same-store sales month over month, or year over year, excuse me, 38.7%. Pretty significant amount of money, everybody I'm sure would agree, right? A store down that much, we should be pretty excited about it. We should be really getting after it. The owner should be really engaged, right? Let's look over here at their month-to-date catering number. Month-to-date catering number, 19.5%. I think we'd all probably say, okay, there. Keep going to the right a little further. We can get the delivery. We can kind of dive down to that. We're not going to do that for this exercise. Let's look at the check count growth for month-to-date. Month-to-date, they're down 33.6% check growth. So they don't have the traffic coming in, or at least hitting the register. Now, here's where you can continue diving. So we've already started looking at the month number. Now we went to check. Let's look at some more information. The next column to the right, month-to-date promo percentage.
0.
Right. And what is a promo?
Coupons, bounce backs.
Exactly, Nick. It's something with an offer. It's something it's an incentive. It's a whether it's in a mailer, or it's some printed or something they bring in that they've got online. It's some offer that's been put out there. So if so in this case, let's say we call this owner up at California 1238. We're talking to them and we're asking about what kind of activities they're doing. They've got a business plan that they're working through to drive sales, and they're giving you all this great stuff they're doing. Has anybody called BS yet on it? Well, this is your indicator that it's not happening. This is the tool you can use when you go through and you're looking at somebody's sales being down and the owner's telling you, hey, I'm doing this, this, and this. Well, if you're doing it, it sure ain't showing. Something's happening. So they might say, well, maybe I'm ringing up under comps. I'm just not ringing up right, which really is not possible because the codes are in the promo. But you look to the right, month-to-date comps, 1.3%. It's not out of line. Voids, 1.7%, a little bit high. And then their clears at 20%, which is a little bit on the high side as well. Now, we're going to stop there. Tomorrow when we continue, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into this store. But I wanted to show you, as you're looking at trying to help somebody with sales, look at that promo column. It'll give you a great indication of what's going on or not going on in the store. So let's just jump down to the next one. We'll go down to California 1188. Scroll to the right. I'm going to look at yesterday's net sales. They're down 28.9%. Man, terrible day. Let's look what they did at the end of the month. They were down 28.3%. So they had a really bad month. Let's look at what they did in catering. Catering, they did 15.6%. They beat the 15% mark, but I think we all know that in December we all ought to easily be able to beat 15%, but they did beat the 15 mark. Delivery is really not there, but they did hit, actually, I guess they did hit the 1% delivery. I'm sorry, I looked at the day number. But they've got some momentum here they could do with delivery if we build off of it. That's a tip. Okay, let's just go to the right a little bit. Check growth for the month. Positive 0.2. Have any light bulbs gone off yet? Are your indicators ding, 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 red flags flying? Remember, sales, we go back to the left, month-to-date sales. We were down 28.3% in sales. But we're up in traffic. Where am I? Right there. 0.2. Let's dive in a little deeper.
It would indicate to me that they're not ringing some stuff in or just ringing beverages in or something and not putting the big price things in.
Exactly. That's exactly what you want to do. Is so they're getting checks, they're getting traffic, but maybe it's just that open drink that's floating around all day long. So you might look at it as something this might be an indication. Well, let's look at clears. Let's look at clears because that would be a cashier ringing items up, ching, 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 ching. And then as soon as they collect the money, they go and they hit clear, 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 clear. Well, let's take a look at that. Let's go to the right. Clears, 18.5%. So there's definitely higher clears than there should be. Let's go back just a little bit. Look at that promo number. Month-to-date promo number, 10.6%. So we've got two categories here we could really be diving into. Clears and promos. And what I would challenge you guys to do is figure the dollar amount. When you're looking at this percentage, it can be deceiving. 10.6 on this gentleman's or this person's store is actually $5,103. Okay. Now, there's a report you all have available to you in Smokestack. It's called and I'll pull it up while I'm talking so that you can see it. Should be popping up on your screen real quick. It's called the Promo Sales by Store report. This is a wonderful tool that if we can go in and we can actually see what they're ringing up. Anybody give me an indication it's popped up?
It's up. We can see it.
Okay, cool. So in this report, and again, all these reports you can look at in a glance, but the columns I dive right into is the promos applied right there in the middle and the promo amount. That's where you can look at a really quick glance. But just go through and just kind of look at this. We'll just scroll down. I'll try not to go too fast so you can follow along. But we got whatever 10 off is 164 of them were used. Then you got BOGO 3-meat plate, 48. And we're not going to go through each one of these, but you kind of follow where I'm at, right? Okay, let's slide on down. Now, what you also can be looking for on here is, are they participating in the national programs? Kids Eat Free, maybe, or whatever other program we've got going on that's being promoted out there. So let's kind of scroll on down, see if there's anything in here that's kind of wacky. A 3-meat BOGO plate, 150 of them. Well, okay, that could be legit. They could be out using that as a marketing tool to come in. Maybe, maybe not. But it might be worth the question to talk to the owner about, right? And then we go down, we see another Kids Eat Free code that they're using, so they're not necessarily all using the same Kids Eat Free codes across the board. But I would challenge you too. Kids Eat Free is a big event for us, right? I think everybody agrees with that. Those numbers on the Kids Eat Free are indicating to me that this store is not participating 100% in the Kids Eat Free program. Well, let's look at these numbers down here in the Groupon category. Groupon 10, 457 redemptions for $1,540. Groupon 20, 108 for $600. And then this family Groupon for 42 for $2,097. And then they got that restaurant.com one down there. Again, could these be possibly legit? Anybody agree, disagree?
Be, but if they are, they're not upselling and getting more dollars out of them when they come in, which is the purpose.
Good point. So, yeah, pulling them in and getting more. And it very could easily be. So there's two scenarios I see here in addition to the not getting the upsell. The first scenario is somebody's found a very convenient key to use and slide in some money maybe in their pocket. Or B, maybe this isn't the wisest way to be driving this person's business. 11% promos is bringing him some sales, but what is it really bringing return guests, and is it driving his cost up? So you have to balance that. You have to talk to him and determine, is this a good event for him? And it very well may be, but if you don't dive into this report, you have no idea. And then you might also go back to him and say, well, what are you doing for your bounce backs and your flyers, and see if those are being redeemed. Maybe that would be a more effective and cost effective and drive more traffic.